rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome back to the Ramadan Kids Talk Show. You're with me, Shoaib Ali, and this program has been the most amazing program on your telly. I'll tell you why, is because we are having some amazing personalities sharing super duper inspiration right throughout this blessed month of Ramadan. I enjoyed the experience because I learned a lot from the children, and that added value to everything that I can do as well, because you cannot train teachers without really working with kids as well. So that really created a lot of synergy in my learning and development. As a person itself, I have evolved. Just these 30 days of just trying to shoot with children, bringing down their energies because they're super excited when they come into the studio, how to make it like as if it's not a recording, still it is recording. That was like the most challenging part for me. Like, because children, if you say the cameras are on, they change. And how do you bring that naturality for them is if you prove to them that all you need to be on camera is just natural. And then you do the shooting when the child is technically unaware that they are being shot at the same time. Right? The shooting is going on, the recording is going on, and then they're expressing themselves. And then when they see themselves on screen, I wish I was there when they saw themselves on TV, because that would be amazing, because that's where the real transformation happens for a child. Because they say, oh, I can be this natural on screen, and I did not put any effort into just expressing myself at that particular moment. And that really builds the level of confidence that we are really looking for in our young leaders and children.
I think that was a bit challenging initially, but I think once I told them what the system was like and we put it into a proper schedule and a system and an agenda, they managed to follow through. Deadlines were clashing, yes. And the children came on set without, I think they didn't understand the whole concept of quality content. I think that is where we kind of pitched in as the ICT union, the training and all of that. We tried to get them to talk only about one particular thing and give us a thorough understanding about that one. So that way it helped. But to get them to deliver that particular element in time was sometimes a little stressful, and that's where I think Ishan stepped in whenever I was kind of stressed out. He'll be like, everything's going to be okay. I think they're a good, awesome team to work with, because even if I'm like totally down and I'm like demotivated, I have like a couple of people telling me, well, you can't be, because you're just surrounded by people who are positive. So these kids came, I think, on board with the idea that they can just come and deliver a speech. Mm-hmm. But when they got here, I think even the parents understood that there's so much more to it. Initially, it was a little difficult, but I think Mr. Shoaib also is he has a different technique with children, and he knows how to bring the best out of them at that moment. Even if they are seated here in the studio, he knows what to say to get them to be comfortable and speak.
First of all, in responsibilities நான் சொல்றேன். முதலாவது UTV ஸ்டுடியோ வந்து எப்பயுமே பிஸியாக தான் இருக்கும். ஸ்பெஷலி ரம்ஜான் டைமில் வந்து ஸ்டுடியோஸ் லைக் ஃபுல்லி பேக்ட். எங்களால் டைம்ஸ் எடுக்கிறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருந்துச்சு. அந்த டைமில் அந்த யூடிவி டீமோட பேசி அவங்களோட அவைலபிள் ஸ்லாட்ஸ் எடுத்து அவங்களோட கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணி யார் யார் கேமராமேன் அவைலபிள், ஸ்டுடியோவில் யார் யார் எங்களோட வேலை செய்யறதுக்கு ரெடியாக இருக்காங்க. ஏன்னா மார்னிங் வேலை செஞ்ச ஆட்களுக்கு நைட் வரைக்கும் வேலை செய்கிறது கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நிறைய கோஆர்டினேஷன் சம்மந்தப்பட்ட வேலைகள் வந்து இந்த ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டிஸில் இருந்துச்சு. அதை நல்லபடியாக செஞ்சு முடிச்சேன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக 21 எபிசோட்ஸ் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப குறைஞ்ச காலகட்டத்தில் நிறைய ஷூட் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் நினைக்கிறேன். அதுக்குள்ள நிறைய ட்ரைனிங்ஸ் இன்வால்வ் ஆகிருந்துச்சு, நிறைய சேலஞ்சஸ் இருந்துச்சு. எங்களுக்கும் இது ஒரு புது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். ஷோயிப் அலிக்கு இது புது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இல்லை, அவர் பேசி பழகிட்டாரு. நமக்கெல்லாம் இது கொஞ்சம் புது எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ், டிவி டீமோட எல்லாம் ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது. ஸோ இப்போ அது முடிச்ச பிறகு தான் ஒரு சென்ஸ் ஆஃப் சக்ஸஸ் விளங்குது. இந்த வீடியோ நாங்கள் செய்யும்போது ஃபுல் ப்ரோக்ராம் முடிஞ்சு இப்போ நாங்கள் ஃபைனல் டாக்குமெண்ட் ஏரியாவில்.
A very challenging experience working with kids. I know people say I'm really good with kids. I like working with the teachers because it's more easier to connect and you need less patience. But when it comes to children, you have to exercise enormous amounts of patience. And during Ramadan, it's a little bit tiring as well. Okay, we had Anderson Haran, who's like super good with screenplay, and he's the one who set the key up, the tone up, the pace up, the emotion of what the videos should be, including the timing in collaboration with UTV and Ihsan and them. He made sure that he told me that this is the energy that you have to carry through if you want to have it. Then we had Ishan, who made sure that the parents understood that children have to go through a series of training and development if they are supposed to perform. So Ishan did an absolutely amazing job right throughout. He was on the phone, and he's a person who doesn't like to answer the phone. Right, and then we had Salma. Salma is absolutely amazing when it comes to making sure the administrative angle of everything is running in a smooth flow. Like each and every step of it was documented, the meeting minutes were taken through, everybody was held accountable. So she was technically the matron of the entire team, because you're working with a lot of creatives, and creatives tend to run around with their ideas, including myself, and she was always keeping us like, listen, this is what was discussed, this is how you're going to do it, and this is how you're going to focus. Just look in this avenue and get it done. That was absolutely amazing. We had Omar Sean, absolutely amazing when it comes to editing, because he had to work in a very difficult time frame, because sometimes we used to shoot in the morning and that production used to go for the night. Okay, so he's just got a window of 6 hours to make sure that all those cuts, those edits and necessary pre-shooting, necessary theme and everything has to go into play. And plus in Ramadan, the UTV studios is like super busy, and even during that busyness, he was some way or the other make sure that he delivered each and every program on time. Initially the idea was to go for 30 episodes, like all 30 days, but we realized that's not practically possible at all, because we are human beings and we need to relax out. And myself, what I really enjoyed about working together with this team is that even when you slow down, your team doesn't let you to slow down. So that's like the best part that I learned.
My responsibility was to take what we are shooting and edit it, do some cuts, chops and do some magic and give to the TV. That was my responsibility, and I faced lots of challenges, time challenges, and like if you are shooting in the morning, then I should deliver it at evening. And I faced lots of challenges and I learned a lot. Yeah, I was like, when Mr. Shoaib's talking, I was like, tell these 3 names and show the number, tell the number, and I'm reminding him and checking for the time, and telling him cut now, start now, lots of things. I learned how to work as a team. And 7th, I learned how to work on time. 3rd one, I learned how to face challenges.
I would say it was something that I'll never forget, because this is something that I learned for the very first time, because this is my first experience being on a talk show, working along with kids, and understanding how this process works, and all around it's a great thing. It's an amazing opportunity for me and for our team to do this, and I'm really excited. Team பற்றி பேசுகிறேன்னு சொன்னால், முதல்ல நான் ஷுஹேப் அலியோட ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுறேன். அவர் தான் வந்து இதில் மெயின் ரோல் அவருக்கு தான் இருக்குது. எல்லோரும் டீம் எஃபர்ட். அவர் வந்து எல்லாம் வந்து ஓவராலாக வந்து அவர் எல்லாத்தையும் வந்து எங்களுக்கு கைட் பண்ணார், இப்படி தான் அது நடக்கணும்னு சொல்லி இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம். அதோட ஆண்டர்சன் என்ன சொல்கிறது, அவங்க இது எல்லாத்துலேயும் வந்து எல்லார்டையும் வந்து சப்போர்ட்டோட தான் இது வந்து நடந்துச்சு. இது வந்து நாங்கள் ட்ரைனிங் பார்த்தீங்கன்னு சொன்னால், ட்ரைனிங்கில் வந்து எங்களோட சல்மா அவங்க தான் வந்து இந்த கிட்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் வந்து ட்ரெயின் பண்ணாங்க. இவங்க எல்லாத்தையும் வந்து சரியாக வந்து இவங்களுக்கு ஒரு ஸ்பீச் ஒன்று டெலிவர் பண்ண, அவங்க கான்ஃபிடென்ட்டாக வந்து பேச, அவங்க இது வந்து பெரிய ப்ராசஸ் உண்டு. நாங்கள் வந்து இப்போ இது சின்ன டைமுக்குள்ளே வந்து நாங்கள் செஞ்சது வந்து எங்களுக்கே வந்து எக்ஸைட்டடாக இருக்குது. இதில் வந்து அவுட்கம், இதில் வந்து நடந்த விஷயங்கள் பார்க்கும்போது எல்லாம் வந்து சந்தோஷக்குரியமாக இருக்குது.
The beauty of getting something done like this is that you can never, ever do it alone, right? And I know I'm the face front, and I'd like to say this to anybody who's managing a team. When you're working with a team, you must understand the fundamental is that you are working for your team. So each and every individual on the team that did this production is working for the team itself. And the amount of coordination, the amount of meetings, the amount of no's that need to go between each other is what perfects the output that we get out over there. And people are tired, sometimes they are unable to make it over there, they've got family commitments, they've got other commitments, because nobody can shoot this many episodes with this many children in such a short time frame. I don't think it's ever been done, and if it's been done, kudos to you, whoever has done it, and I'd like to learn from that as well. At the same time, training them so that they are at their level best, training the guests to be at their level best before we put them on screen. So that's where really collaborative team effort comes through.
எந்த ரெஸ்பான்சிபிலிட்டி வந்து ஓவராலாக வந்து நான் வந்து என்ன செய்யணும், டீமில் வந்து என்ன நடக்குதுன்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கணும். அதோடு வந்து நாங்கள் இன் அண்ட் அவுட் வந்து ப்ரொசஸில் வந்து நான் இன்வால்வ் ஆனேன். இந்த ப்ரொஜெக்டை வந்து செய்ய கிளையண்ட்டோட கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ணணும், அதோட வந்து சரியான விஷயங்களை டெலிவர் பண்ணணும் அந்த கிளையண்ட்டுக்கு. அதோட இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து கோஆர்டினேட் பண்ணேன்னா கூட சேலஞ்சஸ் இதை வந்து செஞ்சுட்டு போகும்போது வந்து எங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் கூட விஷயங்கள் வந்து படித்தோம். புதுசாக வந்து புதிய விஷயங்கள் அவங்க படிச்சுக்கிட்டு நாங்கள் வந்து இதை வந்து பிரச்சனையாக வந்து நாங்கள் நோக்காமல் வந்து இதை வந்து நல்ல ஒரு வாய்ப்பாக வந்து நாங்கள் எடுத்துக்கிட்டு வந்து நாங்கள் செஞ்சுக்கிட்டு போனோம். இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து இதில் வந்து நான் வந்து எடுத்த விஷயம் என்னென்னு சொன்னால், இந்த மாதிரி ப்ரோக்ராம் வந்து யாரும் வந்து இப்போதைக்கு வந்து செஞ்சுருக்கல. இப்படி ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாத்தையும் வந்து எடுத்து ட்ரெயின் பண்ணி இப்படி ஒரு அவுட்கம் வந்து யாருக்கும் கொடுத்துருக்கல. நான் சந்தோஷப்படுறேன் வந்து இது வந்து நாங்கள் செஞ்சதை பற்றி. அதோட இதுக்கு விட வந்து நாங்கள் நினச்சிட்ருக்கோம் இன்னொரு ப்ரோக்ராம். இதை மட்டும் இல்லாமல் நாங்கள் முன்னுக்கு கூட விஷயங்கள் வந்து செய்ய வந்து யோசிச்சுட்டு இருக்கோம்.
I want to know your personal experience as a parent dealing with the child back at home, as to what you saw improve in them, and how is it that we could do our job better?
So, mashallah, we are happy that we were forced into this program through the Navala branch, Little Miracles, you know. So, but alhamdulillah, we don't have any regrets. It's only happiness, and it's sheer happiness for both of us. And even Amina is really enjoying. She loves, I'm just talking very loose here, she loves being with you, and mashallah, and she loves the team also, you know. And when your program starts at 7 o'clock, we are not supposed to talk because she wants to hear that Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you know. So mashallah, and she runs and comes for the program, even if we sometimes very rarely that we miss the time, but she'll run and come and say, it's 7 o'clock, Shoaib Uncle's program is going on, and things like that.
I think that like Amina's talent of talking and everything, like after coming and getting trained by y'all, that we also found that she has that talent within her, because like in school she used to do 1 or 2 speeches, but actually we were not like, when they tell, we just do it, but like we didn't have an idea that she can go forward furthermore. So but alhamdulillah, with she coming to y'all and getting trained by y'all, and I think especially the environment, because everybody is friendly and making her comfortable, and she is the person whom she is, like she's not trying to be another person.
I'm really grateful that Yahya got this opportunity to join this program. And the main thing I would say is that the comfort level that he had with you, how comfortable he was with you, so he didn't feel like he was on screen. And I think if you really notice his speech, you would see that at the end of it, when he says, brothers and sisters, he was trying to make a small dua. I wish may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless. And then he was looking at the screen, and I could see that he was conscious. At that was a point that he was aware that he was on TV. And then I realized, okay, now what's it like? He was like, fumbling a bit. I could see that at that point only he realized that he was on TV. But after that point, he was so comfortable. That's what even my brother and everybody was. So many people actually asked me, was he the host or was he the guest?
Yeah, first of all, I should thank you, the entire crew, entire team, for giving this opportunity to Zakia.
When the Tufail's program was going, at the same time I wanted to thank you also. Okay, anyhow, mashallah, a big thank you for you. Actually, he was a little nervous. Tufail is little nervous. Mashallah, after going for this, we found that he is not kind of that boy. He is very talented. When he speaks to with you, we thought, mashallah, he can speak like this.
One of my personal challenges were more likely with coordinating with parents. When sometimes parents tend to feel that their child can do more and they push their child to a corner and edge, trying to make their child their project of proof that they have an amazing and brilliant child. This is not right. And the most saddest thing is to see that parents sometimes tend to compare children with another child. That is wrong. You cannot compare one child with the other. Their learning atmospheres are different. Their growing atmospheres are different. All these things are very, very different. And you can have a 4-year-old who can talk like a 7-year-old, and you might have even a 7-year-old who could hardly communicate like a 5-year-old. And that's because of the environment they are in, the amount of members in the family, to the school they go to, and their kinesthetic learning environments. And when you compare children just because they are of the same age and think, this is better than the other, this is wrong. Remember, your child is your own child's competition, right? And when you make a child compete with another child and then you are comparing your child with another child, you might always think that, either you feel too proud that your child is the best, when your child may not be the level best that the child can be, or you will think that, oh dear, that child is way better than this child. And you might demotivate the child that you are actually referring to who is not better enough. This is wrong. Don't ever do that. This is one of my biggest challenges.
ටීම් එකට මෙසේජ් එකක් මම දෙන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. ටීම් එකක් කියන්නේ ඉන්නේ 4-5 දෙනෙක්ද ඒගොල්ලෝ ඔක්කොම එකට එකතු වෙලා වැඩේ හරියට කරොත් තමයි ටීම් එකක් වෙන්නේ. අපි ටීම් එක ඇතුලේ වෙන වැඩේ එකතු වෙලා කරොත් තමයි අපි දෙන පණිවිඩේ පර්ෆෙක්ට් වෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ටීම් එකක් විදියට අපි බලන්න ඕනේ ටයිම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් හරියට වෙන්න ඕනේ. තව ටීම් එකේ කට්ටිය එකතු වෙලා අපි කරන වැඩේ හරියට කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙනවද? එතන තමයි ටීම් වර්ක්, ඒ ටීම් එකක් හැදෙන්නේ. එතන ඒ කියන්නේ සමහරක් වෙලාවට ඒ කියන්නේ උදේ ෂූටින් මට ලැබෙනවා, ඊට පස්සේ මම ඒක අවසර දෙන්න ඕනේ. එතනදී වෙන්නේ කියන්නේ ඒක ටයිම් මැනේජ්මන්ට් එක ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ. අපි කරනවා නම් වැඩක් ඒක ස්ටෑන්ඩ් බයි දවසක් තියාගෙන ඒ වැඩේ කරන එක තමයි ටීම් එකේ අයට දෙන්න පුළුවන් පණිවිඩය.
To the parents, I would say, get the children to read more and understand a topic, whatever it may be, even if it is school, if they are reading a book, whatever it may be, get them to understand. That way, they come off as very natural, and for this kind of show, that's what we do.
Parents எல்லாருக்கும் பார்ட்டிசிபேட் பண்ண எல்லாருக்கும் மிக்க நன்றி. அதில் அவங்க அந்த பிள்ளைகள் எடுத்துகிட்டு அவங்களோட மாற எஃபர்ட் இருக்குது. இதில் என்னென்னு சொன்னால் நாங்கள் ட்ரெயின் பண்ணுறத சைடில் தவிர அவங்களோட மாற எஃபர்ட் ஒன்று இருந்துச்சு. இதில் அவங்க குழந்தைகளை சரியாக இதை பார்த்து செய்கிறதுக்கு அவங்கள கோஆர்டினேட் பண்ணி இந்த விஷயத்தை முடிக்கிறதுக்கு மாற அவங்களோட எஃபர்ட் ஒன்று கிடைச்சி அதுக்கு மிக்க நன்றி. இதை இவ்வளோ சக்ஸஸ்ஃபுல்லாக செய்ய அவங்க மிக்க அதில் அவங்களோட காரணம் இருக்குது, அவங்களோட இது ஒன்று இருக்குது.
If you enjoyed what I did and my team did, that's what makes us happy.
UTV, oh my god, absolutely amazing team. Super supportive individuals. They were able to allot studio timing in the gaps that is very, very difficult, because Ramadan, UTV goes into very high content creation for their Ramadan shows, and they were able to give us that particular timing they were able to allocate some of their staff overtime, because we realized that during daytime it's a little difficult to have the guests coming on show and speaking, because we cannot cater to that energy level because they are fasting. No matter how hard you try, you cannot have guests fasting at the same time to express that energy. It's not practically possible. So they gave us the timing in the nights, and together with COVID regulations and trying to limit the amount of people also coming into the premises was another challenge, which we were able to streamline in a very, very smooth way. And without UTV's support in terms of looking into nitty-gritty details of making sure this has to go this way, this has to go this way, and coordinating with the pufferfish operations team, I don't think any of this amazing production will ever be possible. We're blessed. Thank you, UTV.